Hello, guys. Um, this is Paradive Podcast episode 4. Um, Today was a good day. I spent most of the day in a park, uh, watched the sunset, and I finished A Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. Good book. A very good book. Something about A Game of Thrones is obviously watching the show. Loads of people discover the show and then decide to read the books. It's like a great way to advertise a book. I find it's quite funny. It's like marketing itself. It's like top of funnel content and leads you to buy the actual product. It's like the free content. Like you watch Game of Thrones clips on YouTube, and then you decide to buy the like funnel page, which is the actual book series. So George makes more money. But yeah, I kind of went into it thinking like, oh yeah, adventure, discovery. I'm gonna love Jon Snow's chapters, and I did. They were fantastic. But somehow, like, you don't realize it at the time, but you don't even realize what chapters you're gonna enjoy. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually really enjoying Bran and Sansa's chapters. Like, I didn't think I would. I kind of thought I'd enjoy Arya's chapters more, but I didn't. I was like more into Bran and yeah, maybe Sansa's chapters than like Eddard or Catelyn or Jon Snow. So yeah, it's just interesting. Like when you watch the show, you're expecting like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then you don't really enjoy it as much as you thought. So yeah, but still, fantastic book. Really, really, you can really get lost in it. Like it's really immersive. Like you just don't want to stop turning the page. It's like like if you've ever read Name of the Wind, it's similar. Like you just don't want to stop turning the page. It's just addicting. Like you can just keep watching it, and it makes sense because George Martin's he comes from TV writing, so he knows how to structure things. Because it's structured like a TV show. It's like one scene of a character, and then instead of being a fantasy book where you just keep following that character the whole time, he flips to another character like a TV show. It's like showing scenes. It's like instead of chapters, it's scenes. So yeah, it keeps you on this like TV show edge of being like like I don't know, on the edge. Cliffhangers, that's the word. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Game of Thrones, cool. Very cool. Written like TV in a way, so it makes sense that it could be adapted to it. Although maybe only the first book gets quite difficult, especially Bran's chapters since they're mostly like inner monologue and like esoteric magic stuff. So like to try and do like what I'm assuming Bran chapters are going to be like in like book 3 and 4, like trying to match that to TV. I can't remember for the life of me Bran's scenes in the show. I don't remember them. Like I remember Jojen was a character, but I have no idea what that whole arc was. Like I completely forgot about Bran's arc. So I'm hoping the books will be very different, and I'll actually remember the plot of his arcs because yeah, I'm really enjoying like the whole like disability aspect and like the psychological like what Bran's going through in his head. Like even like in book 3 or 4, like he's probably, even though he's like going on this magical journey, I'm guessing he's still going to be struggling with the idea that he's like crippled. It's like, yeah, because disability isn't something that goes away after like a year or two. It's like you still have the disability after 5, 6, 7 years, and you're still thinking about it. It's like that is a real experience. So I find that cool that he may or may not explore that. I haven't read the books 2 plus yet, but I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, thank you, George. Fantastic book. Yeah, Anima and Animus. So I read a tweet. I think it was a joke tweet, but it was like, women should make the money, and then men should stay at home being stay-at-home philosophers. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing though. Because I don't know if you've noticed or been outside recently, but like, are women not dominating the workforce? Like, I go outside into like office areas, and I'll go to like the shopping centers, I'll go to the grocery shops, and it's like all the young professionals are all female. Like I walk into like a grocery store and they're all like women on their lunch break. Like I didn't see a single dude or male. Like are males just not in office based jobs? Are they somewhere else, or are they just all unemployed? Like what's going on? Like it feels like women are like completely controlling the workforce. Like it's like women are the ones that are motivated to not drop out of university. Women are the ones like staying in uni. Women are the ones working the jobs. It's like men have dropped out of society. Like I don't even see men when I go outside. It's strange. You see some of them, but like all of them are like married with their kid, with their wife. But like whenever I see just like women on their own walking around, there's always like young professional. I don't know. There's something going on in the West, at least. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like women are the ones working the office jobs. They're like the providers, and the men are the ones being like stay-at-home gatherers. Like the anima and animus has flipped. Like the energy has flipped. Like women are the ones being the hunter-gatherers. They're going out hunting, gathering for resources, and men are the ones stay at home, like making podcasts and like making music videos and being the people who stay at home doing weird stuff. I don't know. It's something I've noticed. Men are staying at home, posting on Twitter and 4chan and all that shit. The stay-at-home philosophers. But yeah, this is just a quote from the final chapter of Game of Thrones. The more fiercely the man burned in life, the brighter his star will shine in the darkness. Good quote. Good quote. So just go hard at what you want to do in life. Just go hard. Lock in. Keep writing. Be fiercer and burn brighter. More competitive. I think with me, this is a little segue, but I think I grew up very uncompetitive, or not uncompetitive. I was just like ashamed to show my competitiveness. It's like I thought it was a bad thing. Like I can't be competitive. I can't compete. I can't show that I want something. And I feel like that's carried into adulthood on some level. I think I was punished for showing like competitive edge or something like that, or like a aggressive, assertive edge. Whenever I showed assertiveness, I was like punished for it. It kind of turned into this maladaptive, like now I can't be assertive, even as an adult. So it's like, yeah, something I have to work on and have been working on. The idea of a relationship is quite strange. It's like you're a person, and then you're trying to say like, oh, I can handle another person, but like, can you? Like, can you even handle yourself? And then having to like have another person's like consciousness bear responsibility upon you, like that's a big deal. Like you have to be able to take care of yourself and another person, and then kind of endure the whole spectrum of human emotion and action that comes from that other person. You have to handle someone's other entire world. Like, are you even ready for that? Are you ready to step that far out of your comfort zone? Like, when you want a relationship, like, are you willing to like ask yourself that question? So yeah, it's like, yeah, people don't really consider this when they're growing up. But yeah, it's a big deal. Be competitive, be more competitive, and learn to handle other people. Another person, like taking them on into your world, or them, or you, their world, depending on something. Real life achievements. I think I've spent a lot of time living in my own head, being very like theoretical and like, oh, I need to do this, and writing and journaling. And I've gotten to the point where I really need to do some real achievements. Like, it's going to sound a bit crude, but like I wrote here, drive a car, win a fight, build a home. Like, it's like, I haven't done these things yet. But I feel like maybe you do need to win a fight and like build like a family and like, really drive a car. Even though it's like impractical to drive these days, it's like everyone's encouraging bike travel. It's like maybe you should still drive a car just to have the ability. Like level up for real. I've been so digital, it's like maybe I really need to go out there in real life and do something. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about today. I was thinking about love a lot today. Relationships. I go out and see a lot of like people in relationships, and it makes me a bit iffy because it's like, I'm not in a relationship. And it's like I'm not really sure why it seems so easy for other people to get into one, or know people to get into one, or have these social groups where everyone's connected and they can just meet friends of friends. It's like I feel like I'm not really socially integrated where I live. So it's like I can't just walk out to like the local bar and like see the people, my local people, because it's like I don't have local people because I haven't really put in the work to meet them. But it's like I could, obviously. This is mental masturbation again, but like if I chose to, I could go out every night to the local bar, meet the local people over and over again until like we become friends. It's like I am choosing not to do that. So it's like I can't act like I'm a victim to it because I'm choosing to sit here and hang out on the internet, hang out alone, hang out in my apartment. It's like I'm choosing that. So I can't really act like I'm not, because I'm not really putting in the work. Something about like approaching people. I'll go outside. I kind of have this approach anxiety. But I kind of realize like you have to approach, like it's peacetime. Like you're literally living in a country that isn't a war zone. Like that's a big deal. Like you're living in peacetime. Most people lived lives where they weren't living in peacetime. Like you should socialize with this time. Like what if you went into a war zone and then you couldn't even walk around in parks and talk to people? Like you should walk up to people reading a book in the park on your day off. Like don't be like shy, like, oh, they're busy, they have their headphones and they're reading a book. Like 50 years ago, you couldn't have even done that because people were like hiding out from in trenches and hiding from like bombs. Like it kind of shows you don't appreciate peacetime if you're not like socializing and meeting everyone and talking to everyone. It's like you're not really appreciating it. Like, oh, we can just talk to people and have whatever we want. Like you're wasting and squandering these opportunities, but you really are. Yeah. So yeah, just be more social, I think. It's a big thought on my mind recently. Maybe this is an attempt at that. Who knows? And then, yeah, I just wrote some big paragraph here. Not going to read that out. This is a Terence McKenna quote, but it's fantastic. I remember I heard Grimes say it on a podcast, I think with Lex Fridman. But it's such a great quote about just like taking the leap of your life and taking your leap of faith. Nature loves courage. You make the commitment and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. This is the trick. This is what all these teachers and philosophers who really counted, who really touched the alchemical gold, this is what they understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is how magic is done. By hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a featherbed. It's such a beautiful quote because it's incredible. It's basically encouraging courage infinitely. It's like keep doing the scary thing, keep doing the courageous thing, and your life will like open up. Like nature will remove impossible obstacles. Like that's such an amazing idea that you can like free yourself. And yeah, why shouldn't you? Use your words, like command the world around you, like do courageous things. The abyss is a featherbed, like incredible, right? You just do the thing and then you're like, it's done and it wasn't scary at all. Last thing, my phone died on the way back from this like park trip. So it's like, but like my phone died. Also, there's a few things. I was on a long walk. My phone died and I was fasted. I hadn't had anything to eat for hours. And there was sunset. I was reading. It's like I just finished my favorite book. So it's like I just felt very zen. I felt very at peace. But like all my anxiety washed away. Like I almost wanted to approach people and talk to people. Now I didn't do it, but like I was smiling at people on the way back. I was talking to people and it was lovely. So it's like, yeah, I think just turning your phone off is really important. Like detaching from technology and just not being a consumer. Like even opening Google Docs and Reddit and Twitter, it's like even don't do that. Like actually having the phone off just removes so much anxiety because you can't hide into it anymore. Like you can't hide into this escapism. It's like it feels like everyone's just escaping by like. But the fact that people leave the TV on to have like background noise just feels like insane to me. It's like you need to be so distracted, and you're not even watching it because it's like you're just having it in the background while your phone's on and you're browsing your phone, like kind of brain dead. It's like you're numbed out. It's like you're on some kind of drug. It's like it's a drug. Like People really are deep in the Matrix. Like, this is real. Like, it's not like a joke. It's like that movie exists for a reason. These concepts exist for a reason. The Truman Show exists for a reason. It's trying to say something. And they're poignant. Like, they're important pieces of art for right now. People are losing their minds on this tech. Find the place where you don't do bad habits and live there. Like, find the place where it's most optimal, where your habits are the best, and just stay there. Stop giving yourself an escape. Like, find the place you need to be, and then don't escape into a smartphone. Find the people you want to be around. And yeah. And honestly, just looking at this image, Yui and Gendo, it's like it's just the cycle of life. Like, you fall in love, lose that love, and then traumatize your children because of that. So, yeah. Great show. Everyone should watch Evangelion if you haven't yet. But yeah, go on a walk fast. Turn your phone off. Like, just enjoy. Just stand in the sun, like staring at the horizon, and like talk to yourself. That's what I did. I just thought. I was just thinking for like an hour and a half. I just stood there on the grass thinking and talking to myself and coming up with ideas. Not noting any of them down. I didn't have my phone on, so I couldn't take any notes. I was just thinking to myself, and it was very liberating. I feel like I made a lot of progress in just my thoughts. I feel like the tech constant distraction just stunts your thinking. Like, it stunts your thoughts. Like, your thoughts can't progress in advance if you're just constantly doing this. So yeah, turn your phone off. Do what you need to do. Fall in love. Meet people. Talk to people. Try. Like, do real achievements. Elevate your consciousness. Pursue real things. Be competitive. Be assertive. Be aggressive. And just allow love to come to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.